Hello everybody, and today I'm going to introduce how to learn online. Okay, I'm going to do that with a PowerPoint, and I'm also going to talk to you on my web camera. So let's get into it. How to Learn Online, a guide to cyber study by Simon Robinson, that's me. So first thing, oh dear, how to turn on subtitles. If you're watching this as a video, you might want to put the subtitles on. On the computer, you can do this down here and click the subtitles button. If you are doing this on a phone, then it's this little icon up here, and come down, and there we are, there's the subtitles. And then you'll be able to read me as you see me. Reading what I'm saying as I'm talking will be very, very useful to help you understand what I'm saying, okay? Next, let's introduce this guide. This is me introducing the introduction. Okay, online learning. It's all very, 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 very new. And it's new to students, it's new to teachers, and it's new to schools. Like, seriously, I know, like, as students, you're probably like, what's going on? Honestly, as a teacher, I'm like, what's going on? And how did I get into YouTube? And also, these schools are likewise stressed. Okay, trying to bring everything online. So it's all very new, and it's all very stressful. We're going to be trying many, many new and different things. For example, we are going to try different ways of working together. Like, we're going to do video calls, and we're going to do audio-only calls, and we'll probably do some text conversations, and we'll do some homework. Well, you'll do some homework. My homework is to make these videos. We're going to work at different scales. So, for example, we're going to do some whole class stuff. We're going to do some small group stuff, and there's going to be some working on our own. And we're going to communicate in different ways using different platforms. So we're going to use Google Classroom, which hopefully you've made it into already. We're going to use YouTube right now. And we're going to use Zoom and maybe Jitsi for video. And maybe we'll try Discord for audio only. And we might even give Riot a try. Okay, these are all different ways of communicating. And trying all these new things may be a bit confusing, or even maybe a bit scary. Honestly, this is all a little bit scary to me. I've spent hours and hours trying to figure this stuff out this week, and I'm very stressed. We're all going to be very stressed. Don't panic. Don't panic about attendance. Don't panic about grades. Don't panic about assignments. Don't panic about anything. There will be problems. We will solve the problems together. Seriously, this is the advice I give myself. Like, I've been getting a little bit panicky, and I'm breathing. And I'm not panicking. I'm now going to describe how to do things. Okay? Not everything, but some things. Things that'll help you. All right. Firstly, how to follow instructions. This is very important. Okay, it's surprising to me how many people don't do this. 1, read and work to understand. As a student, it is your job to read things and think about them. Okay, you got to do some work here. You've got to try to understand the instructions, right? And then you're going to think about what the instructions say to do, and then you're going to do it. Don't do this, okay? Don't ignore the instructions. Don't do what seems easiest to you, and don't get annoyed when I send you the instructions again. Really, I go to all this effort of making YouTube videos to explain things to you. Please pay attention to the explanation. Thank you. A very important section. This is how to solve problems, because there will be problems. I promise you there will be problems. This is what to do. Okay, how to solve problems. Number 1, Google it. Okay, so for example, one problem people had really early on was that they couldn't get into my Google Classroom. So here's what to do. Google it. Google Classroom 参加する error. Okay, if you ask Google that question, you'll probably get the answer. Next, how to solve problems. Number 2, ask your friends. Send your friends a line message. Google Classroom に参加できないエラーばっかりできたらやり方教えて. Okay, asking your friends is a great way to solve your problems because your friends probably have the same problems and they might have already found the solution. Now, why do I want you to ask your friends, not ask me? This is very important. Firstly, I have 200 students. If I get the same question in an email from 200 students, that's 200 emails I have to reply to with the same answer. Okay? But also, I think it's really important that as a learner, you need to learn to solve your own problems. Of course, it's nice to have a teacher, but relying only on the teacher is kind of making yourself very kind of vulnerable. You know, what happens in life when you don't have a teacher? Okay, learning to solve your own problems is a very important part of the learning process. You know, working with your friends to do that is part of that. How to solve problems number 3. Yes, of course, you can ask me. Okay, here's how to ask me. This is quite important. I have 3 schools and 200 students. So, here's how to ask. Tell me the school name. Tell me your course name, tell me your name, and tell me your student number. With all this information, I will know who you are, and that will help you solve your problem. Okay, and then you will say, sorry, I have a problem, I can't do whatever, I can't log into Google Classroom. And now, tell me what you've tried already. I tried Googling, but Google couldn't help me. I tried asking my friend, but my friend doesn't know either. Can you help? Thank you. Okay. Tell me what you did, and then I will try to help you. Speaking of which, how to join Google Classroom. I made a graphic for this. Okay, install the app, or just go to Google Classroom on your browser, go to the plus sign, go to Krasny Sanka, and then put in the code. If you are getting the error, the problem is possibly that your school Google account won't work. You should try a different Google account. That will probably work. Some of you might be thinking, hey, wait, I don't want Simon to know my Google personal information. That's absolutely fine. That's actually something I respect. Here's what to do. Make a new account that you can use for new stuff, okay? Just make a new Google account. It's very easy, takes 5 minutes, and then you'll be safe. Okay, this one's just for teachers. I think some teachers might be watching this. This one is for you teachers. How to set homework tasks. In Google Classroom, go to the lesson. Sorry, this is in Japanese because my computer's mostly Japanese. And down here, you'll have options for types of assignment you can set. This will take you to the types. I like setting questions because I think the students can then see the answers that other students make. Okay, and then here you are. You'd set your task and a due date. And over here, that'll finalize it. Don't forget, you can also add stuff like, for example, adding a PowerPoint or a slideshow to the assignment. Okay, back to students. How to see lessons in Google Classroom. Okay, so go to my Google Classroom, which you've joined, and over in the lessons, there it'll be, like magic. Next one, how to join real-time video lessons. This is the kind of lesson where we actually talk to each other, like have conversations via video. How to join. Firstly, download any software that you need. Okay, if you're on a laptop, you probably won't need software, but if you're on a phone, you will. Next, click on the lessons, and that will take you down to the actual real-time video lesson that I've set up, and then click on the link, and then you'll be able to join the lesson. Next thing, you will have options like audio and camera, and what you can do is mute yourself and stop the video. Unfortunately, when everybody does this, this is what happens. There's me down here in the corner looking up at all these question marks of people that are here, but I can't see who they are, and that gets very lonely. Like, seriously, it's a little weird. Like, if you can bring yourself to switch your video on, I would be very grateful. Here's some hints. Okay, think about the room you are in. Okay, that's quite important. My room's not that great, but, you know, it's okay. I don't mind you seeing this. Get some headphones. That'll improve sound quality. And also, it's fine to mute yourself when you're not talking. That will actually help improve sound quality. After a video lesson and before the next video lesson, there may well be some homework. Go to Google Classroom and you can use this button to hand in your homework. And then after that, I'd like you to look at what other students did and comment on it. Now, One problem students had is that they didn't know how to send me a video. The answer is that you need to copy a link to your video. You can't send me a video file through Google Classroom. So in your phone, go to the video you've made and hit share and get a link. That's a shame. There we are. There's the link, and then copy that link, and then over in Google Classroom, post the link in the lesson section. Here we go. There we go. Introducing ourselves as the lesson. Here's you commenting, and here is the link which you then sent me. Ha! We've done it. Okay, I also made a graphic for this one. So if you're looking at the slideshow, you can copy this graphic and send it to your friends. Okay, how to comment. In the lesson, come down to the assignment, and then what I want you to do is say something that was good. Wow, your funny story about the rabbit was good. And also say something that could be better next time. For example, you need to practice more. How to make a video of you talking. Okay, understand the task. Watch my explanation. You might need to watch this until you understand it, which might take 2 or maybe 10 times. I don't know. Watch and watch again. Seriously, watching something again and then again and then again is an incredibly useful way to develop your English ability, because the first time you hear something, it's very difficult. So watch it again and then watch it again. Okay? This is what I do in Japanese, and you can do it in English. Oh, check words and phrases that you don't know. You can check them in a dictionary. You can Google them. You can ask your friends, and you can ask me. Okay, how to make a video of you talking to. You then need to think about what you want to say. Have a good think. Make some notes, or even write a script if you want to. And then practice out loud. Practice until you're smooth. Very important point, don't just do it one time to your camera and then call it done. That's not good enough. You need to practice. You need to be smooth. I've practiced this presentation 4 or 5 times already this morning. Okay? And then you'll actually make the video. That's kind of fun if you've had some practice. And then you might need to edit your video. For example, if you want to add pictures or if you want to cut bits that weren't very good. Okay, how to edit your video. I can't tell you because I don't know what device and operating system you're using. I don't know if you're using a smartphone. I don't know if you're using a laptop. I don't know if you're iOS or Windows. I don't know. So you will have to find the apps yourself. Google. Edit video Android, edit video iOS, and if you don't want to spend money, try edit video Android free. Warning, 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 warning. This is important. Free apps are often free because they don't respect your privacy. They steal your data and sell it. Like, that's their business model. They get you to install the app for free because then they get your data and they sell it to advertisers. This does include all the free services you already use. So I recommend using open source software wherever you can. Edit video, Android, open source. How to be safe. How to try to be safe. All right, how to be safer. I use open source wherever possible. Here's a bunch of open source apps that I use. They work very well. I do still, however, use some closed source stuff. You have to, really. It's very difficult to avoid. What this means is that this is kind of a problem in our society, that the things we absolutely have to use to get stuff done are stealing our data. Anyway, we'll talk about this later in the course. Now, option, you could just ignore this warning. Many people do. And if that's your choice, we all have to choose what to do. If you really don't want to deal with this problem, like, I understand. It's just, I feel that it's my duty to warn you about this problem. You have been warned. I have warned you. Stay safe. Ding. Okay, that's the end of the danger warning. And that's actually the end of this presentation. So, to conclude, you're going to learn a whole lot in a whole new way. And there will be problems, I promise. Google, ask your friends, and then ask me. But don't worry, it's going to be great. Like, seriously, this is going to be fun. Like, it's very different, it's very new, and it's going to be confusing. It is confusing. But we're going to learn a lot from it, and that's a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed this introduction. That was how to learn online, and that's the end of this guide. If you found it helpful, I'm happy. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Finally, my social media. And please follow me on social media. If you're my student, this is kind of like you have to, because we're going to be using the topics that I talk about on social media in our classes. If you don't like me, you can stop following me at the end of the course. And if you're not my student, follow me anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.